we're back as the waffle krappen has been heard coming up from a fountain in the middle of a room with uh, the statue of our god king upon a pedestal that was off center for some reason. And as Black Rat tries to sneak out, he trips, slips, maybe he's just slightly incompetent as a thief, and bumps the statue even farther, which seems to have released the Waffelkrappen. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to spout lore about the Raffle Copy because this sounds like a monster I should know.
Excellent.
And let me make sure. Can I do anything with my animal with it?
You could feed it to the giant monster that's about to kill you all.
Sounds about right. So here we go. 2d6. Wow.
Ooh,
I just want
10.
to. I really want to fail one of these rolls. Damn it.
I mean, don't worry. There's plenty of time. So
Yeah.
I have to give you something interesting and useful about the subject relevant to your situation. Mm-hmm. So the Waffelkrappen are more of a species than a specific monster. They are typically brought forth from let's call it the lower planes, the underworld, the place where very ungod kingly like things come from. They typically are like lizard-ish with scales and tails and long tongues that spit nothing but lies. And yeah, as for something useful, typically they are easily, let's call it banished, or at least dissuaded from entering areas where the God King holds power. But if you can disrupt the God King's power, it is easy for people to summon them forth into this realm.
Okay. I look at both the judge and Tiggles. We need to bring back the power. If those the Waffelkrappen know that the power is small, is existent over here, they'll come back up here.
You need to make the temple great again.
You have to make the temple great again.
I know how to do that, and I look at the halfling. How does it feel about sacrifice?
Well, usually when we want to make a great sacrifice, we need to find something of a great material value, and then burn it. So does anyone got any gold, any coin, any money?
A large lizardy hand kind of reaches up and is now resting on the floor.
I think we might be using them as sacrifice.
I'm going to chop that hand right off.
You may go ahead and roll your hack and slash, sir.
I am not playing around with this thing.
Time
for the schmargle. All right, now I get hold on. So last, I'm gonna lay down the schmargle.
Let him be the Bruggen. Oh, did we just lose him?
Yep, we just lost him.
We just lost him.
What?
Yeah, we just lost him.
So, Rob, this is a large humanoid lizard beast
from the underworld.
From the underworld that speaks in lies.
Yes.
I see. So it's a liberal. All right.
Jesus.
Oh boy. What did I get in here?
God.
Apparently,
I didn't realize.
What I'm realizing,
I didn't realize how fucking on the nose this was gonna be.
Yeah.
You need to roll plus your strength, unless you can't actually hear us on strength. Nope, you are not in the Skype.
Okay.
Quick, everybody else say plus strength too.
Plus strength.
He can't hear you. You just type it. That's all right.
Typing is too hard.
I mean, guest stars and stuff.
I already did, so. Ooh.
This makes it awkward as John can't hear us. So,
What happened?
He
he
rolled a
dumped out
9.
of Skype for some reason. Let me see if I can. It seems like he's back online, and it's calling. And you did roll a 9.
He's not on the call yet. God damn it.
But we are trying to get you back on the call. I mean, I'm sure he would kind of like to know how his thing worked out, but
Yeah. I mean, we all want to know how he gets crushed after, chipping off one scale, so...
Yeah.
All right, call has failed. So, how awkward right after we come back from a break, right, guys?
Right.
So, John Lavenstein charges forward with I don't remember the name of this stupid sword, but that's okay. And as you guys are talking about sacrifices, it seems he has taken it upon himself to make a sacrifice of maybe some worth by hacking at this monstrosity.
We all know the violence. That just makes them stronger. They feed off the negative emotion.
Negative emotion.
See how many damages he does, and then I get to do an attack back at him, which I'm pretty sure I know what it's gonna be. Well, yeah, I have the how much strength he has from his thing. John Levin. He's the Levinist. So, we'll get a damage roll from him in a minute. There he goes. That's not how damage works. A D10, sir. So he will do a slash upon the hand, but in his confidence of his well-struck blow, he does not realize that a second hand comes up behind him and begins to kind of close around him and lift him into the air. You will see the forked tongue of the...
Ooh!
Well struck indeed. Bam yourself back onto Skype.
Dang.
There we go. So what would you guys like to do? You're talking of sacrifice. Your compatriot has put himself in in a bad spot.
I would like to attempt to parlay with the creature.
Oh no.
Yes, this creature needs to know that this continued action in the hallowed halls of the God Emperor is not an appropriate action to take, and that while this creature is crooked, none can stand through the might of the God King. And I would like to inform her that we are still a great country and a great temple, and we are the best.
You may parlay when you have leverage. What leverage do you propose that you have in this position?
What leverage do I have? I don't know. I would say that we were once, no, I don't think I have any leverage on the creature yet. You're right. I have to find something. Then I want to discern realities. Then.
And how are you going to go about doing that?
I would just want to look around. What is it? I'm sorry. What's the one where you search?
That is it, but it's dependent upon how you go about doing it will flavor the answers that you receive.
Oh, I see. I want to look around for any type of etching or wall, because if this creature was underneath the statue and that statue was sealed, they must have known about it in advance, maybe imprisoning it down there.
Okay.
So I'm looking for some sort of, maybe instructions about the creature.
Sure. You may go ahead and roll your discern realities plus your wisdom.
2D is a 2d6 plus wisdom.
Yep.
All right. 7.
So with 7, you may ask one question from the Discern Realities block of questions.
All right. Let's see here. What here is not what it appears to be?
So the lovingly crafted and sculpted statue of the God King is, while it's there, and with the ease at which it was moved earlier, something is off about its weight. It's almost as if it is a false idol. And as you gaze upon it, you will notice that it was off-center because it was covering a summoning sigil for a creature such as the giant lizard monster whose terrible name I had forgotten.
The
The
Waffle
Waffelkrappen.
Yes.
I like that everybody talked at once and it made it sound better.
Yes. I would like to inform the group. Guys, it looks like someone put some sort of symbol underneath our symbol here. This looks like we got set up. We got bamboozled. We need to take care of that symbol, or this thing's just going to keep running amok. They're not bringing their best.
Looks like we shall banish it. As the judge takes up his hammer, and as he has declared that he will smite this thing back to the hells that it spawned from, Tumblr, I will strike.
The ancient land of Tumblr. Man. No, this is good, because this way when I post a video to YouTube's, we'll get all kinds of negative comments, and then all kinds of anti-negative comments, and it'll just drive the brand.
Yes, that's great.
It's traffic. While all of this goes on, and now with the thing of the judge, right, and the judge and the other religious lunatic raving on about a symbol, Blackrat's mind begins to work, and he's thinking right now, magic sigils also used for traps. How do I, disable such sigils?
Sure, you may roll your thing. Meanwhile, the judge, you have landed a thunderous blow for your god day ridiculous name that I can't remember off the top of my head.
Quick think, would it be spout law?
Plus intelligence?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Lord.
+3, +3, that's a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a lot of death.
I have exposed myself to the enemy's attack, but I am smiting it verily.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask that question, and yeah, those are some big numbers there. So I'm going to give Blackrat his lore real quick. So you were asking about how to disable this this kind of magic sigil trap thing, yes?
Yes, like how does one normally disarm such things? And somebody dropped again. Yeah.
So to disarm them, usually there are 2 modes, more or less. There's the inactive and the active mode. And when something is inactive, you can very easily just kind of destroy it. If it's written on a piece of paper, rip the piece of paper in half. If it's on a stone column, destroy the stone column. If it's, tattooed on some dude's face, smash his face. If it is something that has been activated, and then it gets a little bit more tricky depending upon the actual thing. In this situation, you could definitely destroy that sigil, which would then prevent any more Waffelkrappens from coming through, but it wouldn't do you any good against the one that is currently here.
Ah, good. He will, and now that we've discovered that this statue is also fake, he will just push it off and take a closer look at the sigil itself.
Sure.
And to see, if there are parts that I could just, bam, chip off and, destroy the sigil.
So in that perfectly timed moment of you pushing the statue over, You don't hear the sound of that statue fall because there is a thunderous crush of a gavel striking a unholy beast. Just as its head comes up to like floor level, the judge brings down. He drops the hammer and deals a tremendous blow to this beast, who begins to fall backwards into the hole. While you have exposed yourself to great danger under the situation, I feel like he takes John von Lavenstein down into the hole with him, still clutched in his hole in his hand.
Oh, no, I defy danger. I try to catch him as quick as I can.
You're trying to perhaps defend him?
Yes.
All right, you may go ahead and roll plus your Constitution. We'll see what that does.
Yep. Both the same roll anyway, so.
Yeah.
I fail.
Good news. You get experience.
Yay!
Bad news. It's that awkward moment when you go to reach out and clasp his hand, and the only thing you end up clasping is like the cross guard on the sword, which then slips from his grasp, and you now have the his family blade within you, or not within you, but in your hand.
The Schmargelbruggen?
Yes, you have the Schmargelbruggen.
There is a sound of
Well,
and
it didn't
eyes
stab
widen.
you. You had like you didn't take damage.
No, it's more like I meant to grab him, but I missed. Like, oh crap! And the sound of excited nothingness comes from my mouth.
There is a string of obscenities that is slowly drifting into the inky blackness down below in a terrible Germanic accent.
Save him! Save him! Save him! And I'm trying to grab for it, but as much as I can.
I believe we are back to Tickles if we were even thinking about using some sort of
Don't say
turn
that
order.
word. Don't say the I word.
I was not using the I word. I said turn order.
Ooh, it's even worse.
Fancy.
So
You're
if
kind of quiet.
Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello.
Can you go up a little bit louder? Or
Is that
There
any
you
better?
go.
Is that better?
yeah, we good.
Hello.
Yeah.
All right. Good. 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 So we see that switch is there. We see that our compatriot is being drugged down into the inky abyss with a giant evil Clintonite. We need to find something that can, give us the edge against this one singular creature here. We what are we gonna do? I'm gonna try to. What part of it's still out from the hole there, or is it completely in the abyss now?
It has fallen into the inky blackness of lies.
Keep blackness of lies. I would attempt to push the God Emperor statue on top of the inky black portal that it is coming out of.
Sure. That is something that you can very easily do, and as you do, you may go ahead and discern realities, and we will see what the light of your God King can reveal to you. See, this is how you roll dice, guys. Come on, it can't be that kind of.
I know, right?
It can't be that
Yeah,
difficult unless you're rolling damage.
Yeah.
In which case, so you get 3 questions from the chart.
All right, let me take a look at the chart real fast. Where'd the chart go? My chart disappeared. I don't know what the questions are.
Are you on the Roll20 page?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there it goes. So it just something happened.
Yeah, I snapped you to where you're supposed to be.
All right, let's see. I got 3 questions.
You get 3 questions because you rolled not like a scrub.
All right. Who's really in control here? What is useful and what is about to happen?
Sorry. As for who is in control, typically somebody is going to have to make that summoning sigil in the first place. Somebody is here that is attempting to oppose the God King and usurp power from this once holy place. So there is somebody somewhere that is perhaps in control.
I
What
know
were-
who it is.
What were your other two questions?
What is useful here, and what should I be on the lookout for?
So, as far as useful things, the statue is obviously useful because when you push it into the inky blackness of lies, its holy light began to spread forth and shine upon the area down below, allowing you to see not a terrible fall, but a fairly sizable one. Um, so you can now see to the bottom. You could risk jumping it if you really wanted to, but that's not overly recommended. And then what was your third question?
What is useful here?
Yeah, okay. You will notice that the statue in its fall has actually broken and rolled off to the side. Seems to be the head of the God King, but it is still glowing just as brightly in the inky blackness of lies as any other part of the statue, and could be easily transported, perhaps even put atop your mace.
I would like
hollowness.
I would like to take the head, and
Well, it's down a giant hole, so how do you guys
Oh.
want to get down the hole?
I don't want to jump down the hole.
Okay.
That was a dumb question. Jump down the hole.
Do you want to go ahead and roll plus your constitution to resist breaking your face?
Yep. Give me 1 second here. Constitution. I'm gonna find that. Come here. Hold on, I'm looking. The cleric. We start with 8 plus Constitution. My Constitution is plus 0. Okay. And we're rolling.
Well,
It's
it would be
2d6.
2d6 plus your attribute modifier.
Okay, so it's 0 for Constitution.
So with an 8, so you stumble, hesitate, or flinch, the GM will offer you a worse outcome, a hard bargain, or an ugly choice.
Give me a good one.
I'm trying to... Anybody got a good one off the top of their heads? Apparently not. Maybe? Somebody...
I got one, like, but it's a cliche. It's kind of a cliche. You land,
It's all about cliches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tropes are two of my favorite
Yeah.
things.
yeah, but you land on one of the other parts of his statue, and
And
crush it while landing.
Oh, no,
I got a better idea. So, you kind of jump down there, but you don't really stick the landing, and you kind of begin to, like those running jumps where you then stumble a couple extra steps,
Yes.
and you find yourself outside of the God King's light and surrounded by inky blackness that begins to whisper lies into your ears.
Oh, liberal propaganda.
What do the rest of you do?
I am diving down to finish banishing the beast, as that is what I have set out to do, and that is what is going to happen. Judgment has been rendered.
Do you want to go ahead and roll that plus Constitution, unless you have something better you wish to use?
Nope. That's plus that.
Well said, sir.
Yes.
So we see the superhero landing with the gavel
Of course.
making
Yes.
an impact.
Yeah.
Shockwave and all. So looking around, you are bathed in the light of the God King. And looking
And
about
do
with your own glowing eyes, you can see that there's only one place this beast could have gone. There seems to be a tunnel that goes down deeper.
I look around to my compatriots to ensure that they are present, and I see Tiggles having some trouble as he has left the light of his god, but my senses pierce these lies.
Oh, they
And
do. Ooh, that's so good. I didn't
And I
think about that.
I step forward with the hand of righteousness and pull Tiggles back into the light.
I like it.
What do the rest of you guys do?
Falling forward. Need to catch up.
Sure.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I forgot his last name. Lavenstein, right? Lavenstein shall protect you. And running forward.
Sure. You guys can go ahead and
Yeah. Black Rat will just, continue, finish examining it, seeing like no use. It's already active, so
well, destroying it would prevent any more from coming through.
the
What's
guys
worst
can
could
handle
happen?
it. Yeah,
Sure.
the guys can handle it. If anything else, I could just tell them afterwards. He will, he will take a graceful jump down. Maybe try to be kind of fancy, but be also like practical and just roll, not do the stupid thing of just landing.
Superheroing it.
Yeah, no, he will not. He will just roll up. He will
Sure.
roll out. So,
It sounds to me like you wish to roll plus your dexterity instead.
yes.
You may do so.
Ah,
There you go. Like a ninja. And Tomar, would you like to
Sure. Give me a second.
sure, enjoy your pizza.
Mhm.
Have -1 for pizza.
Okay, so I have 7 anyways.
So you'll land, but it's gonna be not
So
exactly the most graceful.
So let's just say this: I land, but the lameness of my dog, she couldn't actually jump very well, and so it started doing the tumbles as it tries to fall down, and hits you right behind the head, and you both just hit the floor at the same time.
I feel like maybe the sword goes skittering off into the darkness of lies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Blackrock also lands in the dark. He has no problems with lies.
I guess that's true.
Oh boy, do you really land on the dog?
No, he said in the dark.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
Don't worry, I don't land on dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have all managed to come down here more or less unscathed. Your compatriot and your attorney have seemed to have gone missing, drug off to some kind of horrible sacrifice, probably with by the Waffelkrappen.
Yeah, I have to inform the party of a horrible, horrible thing that I have discovered from looking at the symbols as well as being engulfed in the darkness of lies. I know who is behind this great evil that is plaguing this land. It's the ancient lich Bernaxus Sandori, and he's in charge of all the evil that has been attacking this town as of late.
Wait 1 second. Listen in.
God.
That's Santori. I think I heard of him once. He wanted to give all his money away. Seems kind of weird.
Then we will take care of him. But first, the Waffelkrappen.
Where's his sword?
As,
Where's his...
as you hold it in your left hand.
I know I lost it, apparently. That's the GM said.
Did you, or was that a lie for landing in the darkness?
I discern realities to make sure.
Sure, you may go ahead and check yourself over.
10.
You may ask 3 questions.
Do I still have the sword?
You do. It is still in your hand, but until you looked, you did not realize your mind is playing tricks on you down here in this darkness of lies.
So what is here? What here is not what it appears to be?
The statue, for one, when it was found out that it was hollow, it makes one believe that this was put here as a fake, but clearly the faith of the people have made that statue great and given it some form of power at least.
And what is about to happen?
A grand adventure as you hear the cries for help from your compatriot.
So I know where the location's at, and I go, he's over there! Hurry, we must catch him before we lose him again!
Tiggles, do you place the head of the God Emperor over top of your mace?
That is correct. Yes, I will use it as a beacon to dispel the inky lies that are assaulting us.
And I charge forth. Because that's
how it's going to be.
That's how it's going to be. We are crusaders of the just and true.
That's the truth.
We must make this temple great again.
Oh, we're making it great, one hammer blow at a time.
Yo, them hammer blows, though, no joke. Holy shit.
Reforging truth out of lies.
Oh,
Nicely
wow.
done.
No.
So, from the sounds of it, you guys are following the Waffelkrappen.
Yes.
If our ranger would like to roll a tracking roll, we can see how well he follows the lies.
Okay, so my wolf is helping me, so it'll be +3.
Yep.
9.
So you'll kind of take off into this inky blackness. What are some of the lies that are whispered into your ears on the edge of hearing?
That the dreaded Bernacus Centaurus is not actually the one causing this information, but it's actually the great hilarious Centaurus who's actually here with us.
Oh, that's even worse.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the lies that the rest of you are hearing?
I hear no lies, only the mewling of liars.
Damn your senses that pierce all lies.
That I'm hearing a lie that the redistribution of wealth will make for a utopian society, but all it does is it drives people down to the lowest common denominator, making any type of individual achievement and goal useless, and solely led to the apathy and destruction of society.
Were you poli sci back in the day? Holy shit!
What? No. That's just common
He just
sense.
speaks the truth, man.
I just speak the truth.
Jesus.
Yo, I have to deal with this on a semi-regular basis, alright? Between that and his 26 passive perception, come on.
21. It's 21. It's fixed.
How is it 21? Okay, whatever.
I see all. I see. My eyes pierce through liberal propaganda. It's just they're all there.
And Black Rat, what is a lie that you hear, perhaps about, well, anything really?
Oh, God. Well, one of the many lies is the one that he always hears is that giving away your money is always a good idea. That's like the biggest lie he always hears. And also that throwing away weaponry is a great idea to make friends.
That's true.
Yes, you must give to the charities and throw down your weapons as war is a terrible thing to do.
And
Yes,
that's
that is what you hear.
Obviously bullshit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't expect this to get this slanted. But hey, it's a good
Oh,
thing this is all done in parody, right, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am doing my best to be so over the top that it's hard to tell.
Oh man, that's gonna be the tagline when I put this on YouTube. It's all done in parody, right?
Right?
So you guys are gonna come thundering down this underground passageway in pursuit of your dear friend Lavenstein. Tomar, you will feel the pull from his I think he took the heirloom thing for his weapon, but
Yeah.
I like the idea that it is also directing you through the underground catacombs here. You guys will come out into a large room that is seemingly full of, well, humanoid shapes and dark robes. The bruised and battered, barely alive, Waffelkrappen is laid sprawled prone on the ground, with a couple of these hooded figures, kind of attending to it. Meanwhile, there is a big dais that has your friend upon it, with another figure who is older and hunched and somewhat larger than the rest, who seems to be preparing to do something. What would you guys like to do?
Be careful. We've stumbled into their cult. It's the Brothers of Bernaxus.
Not just the brothers. And then the older, larger figure will throw back his hood. But Bernaxus himself!
Dum 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 dum.
Someone's got to toss like popcorn in the
As-
screen, saying, "We know this is going to happen."
The judge will step forward and slam his gavel to end the job on the lizard man, the Waffelkrappen. And
Poor Waffelkrappen.
point at Bernaxus. I will give you one chance to end this now. You will not continue on this tirade that you are attempting. You will end it now, or you will stand in judgment, and I will execute your sentence. Gonk gonk.
There will be a hear in the background. Hear, yeah.
Damn my mute button and not showing me that it's muted. So he will lift a crinkly, bony old man hand and point it at you. It's like, you will have no power here. We are all equal. And all of the people...
I dropped to my knees.
No!
All of the people turn, and they all wear the same face and the same clothes. And they all begin to lift the same wrinkly old man hands at you.
Ugh, that's terrible.
I mean, by wrinkly old man hands, we clearly mean they are undead.
Yes.
He's making an army of zombies. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I don't know either. Did you all get that? I don't know. Just guys, I got lost. So, yeah. Let's see.
What would you guys like to do?
I have something very simple. Blackwhite just steps back into, like, out of the light and just into the darkness and just, like, I mean, he tries it, and for the others, he's just gone. Just like, he's there, but he's also not.
Sure.
Alright,
You'll hear whispered into your ears, because you have once again stepped back into the inky blackness of lies, that they were never going to accept you. You should join us.
I mean, now he's just talking truth, but 10.
10 for what?
Just being completely sneaky
Okay.
and just avoiding attention.
Well, good news. I'm pretty sure everybody else's attention is a little more occupied at the moment.
Yeah.
And
I would try to make my sneaky way up, like, behind all of them to, like, the leader,
to
like, on the
Bernaxus.
dais. Well, one of them.
This is true. I guess there is no singular Bernaxus in this situation.
Yeah, but the one who started speaking, so...
Sure. What do the rest of you want to do? I can only imagine some kind of ridiculous speech is about to come out of one of the two of them.
It's easily, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my mace with the head of the God King on it. The light of his holy truth shining everywhere, and I'm going to use this to turn undead.
Okay. You may go ahead and hit that
While I
button.
do so, I'm going to talk about the fact that you have these people, you have people that have white-collar jobs, and you have people with blue-collar jobs, and then when you have the government redistribution of wealth from everyone, and you make everyone equal, the people with the skilled jobs are directly taking and they're supporting the people with the unskilled jobs. Now, in a capitalistic society, in a society where everyone is trying to be the best that they can be, the people that are in the lower edge would want to better themselves. But in a society where everyone's getting the same equal amount, they all attempt to just, why should I try to go to school? Why should I just try and better myself when I can just get a handout from, Bernaxus the Lich? And this is just something that is just contrary to our natural societal beliefs. And that is my turn on dead.
Go ahead and roll your turn on dead. So, John, you have joined us back on the call.
Give me a spotty at best because I think I accidentally clicked on OOC chat and then my Skype
just
exploded.
don't click on OOC again, and you should be okay.
Okay. How do I
Yeah.
get rid of it forever?
Slash leave.
Let me get rid of you. Let me get rid of you on OOC. I'll take care.
Oh
of it.
God,
Thank you.
that's what happened to you?
Can you also kick me off GMs of Runner Hub and Team Awesome?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh God.
Thank you kindly.
How
Yeah,
did
I
you-
think I was trying to click in between Skype and in between Roll20, and I think I accidentally clicked on
Oh,
and so there was a brief period where it was great. I got back on the call and I could hear you guys talk, but you couldn't hear me, and it also kept making the Skype calling sound. It was amazing. It was
Awesome.
just
So,
Yeah.
do you
I had
have
that
any
before.
idea of the situation you are in?
okay. So I was attempting to cut off the Waffelkrapper's hand.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how that went, and
Not
that's
well.
the last thing I know.
Not well.
It did not go well.
It went amazingly. What are you talking about?
So, we worked your disappearance into what happened because you rolled
Thank
a
you.
9, and that means I get to attack you. So I chose to attack you by King Konging you, and that I lifted you into the air with the other hand of the Waffelkrappen. And
Excellent.
And then it was smited most righteously, and fell back into the hole from whence it came, taking you with it because you were unable to be on the call.
This makes perfect sense.
Your party does the heroic thing and comes after you, landing in the pit,
As is their way.
landing in the pit of inky blackness lies, because that is all that the Waffelkrappen speaks. From there, Tiggles had pushed the statue of the God King down the hole, because, that's how you banish lies, by bringing the God King to it. The statue then broke, the head came flying off, and it was hollow, so Tiggles then placed the head of the God King upon his mace, because it was the perfect size.
God damn, I was gonna cut out the eye of the Waffelkrapper, so I would have the eye of the Waffelkrapper with me at all times, and I would ask it questions.
So, good news.
It's the king of the fight, right?
It's here in the room that you're in.
Awesome!
The bad news is that you are currently, once again, King Kong style, tied to like a cross by the evil lich Bernaxus, who is attempting to make you into one of his everyone is equal undead slaves.
Yes. They wield
Listen.
hammers and sickles.
Let me tell you, I'm speaking directly to the witch, correct?
He is a lich, yes. He is.
Listen.
He looks like all of the rest of the undead people here, as you have like come around from whatever days of non-conductivity you were in.
Here is the thing, okay? There is a big problem whenever you try to make everyone the same. It will never work. People are different. That is our inherent need in life. Do you understand me so far?
No.
Okay. Here is the thing, okay? I once had a friend who was in a commune, and what he told me was, even when you try to make everyone equal, that just makes underground barter capitalism. You sneak some more milk to sell for some eggs, to sell for some tobacco. The next thing you know what I mean? It is against the very nature of things. For instance, should a man who is a bad surgeon have the same pay as a man who is a very good surgeon?
John.
He is looks at you kind of confused as to what you're talking about, as if you are speaking a different language. Meanwhile, Tiggles has brandished the head of the God King and made his speech that he was speeching about, and then his turn on dead roll, which was a 10. See, guys, it's not hard to roll dice well.
You're right. It's not.
It's not. It really isn't.
You just need to roll sixes. It's easy.
Right?
Yeah.
So on a 10 plus, you also momentarily daze intelligent undead and cause mindless undead to flee. I'm going to ask you, Tiggles, what kind of undead do you think these are? Are they mindless or are they intelligent?
Well, here's what I think, is that even though the evil lich Bernaxus preaches about equality and how we're all the same, I believe one of these liches is the real Bernaxus, and he is going to be the one that is going to be the more intelligent one. So I believe the other ones will flee, revealing the true Bernaxus as the scam that he is.
That's actually something that you've said that makes sense.
I try.
I mean, I think it's the only thing you've said all night that makes sense, but hey, we'll go with it. So yeah, you brandish the head of the God King and you begin to move forward, and some of the Bernaxus, the mini Bernaxuses,
Bernaxi is the proper terminology, sir.
Bernaxus bros.
Bronaxus? Oh god, that's
Bro-
always...
bro- Bronaxus.
Proxies.
I just got this idea of a lich that just is ripped. Rather than being like skeletal, he's just ripped and he's the Bronaxus. Maybe next time.
Oh, maybe him and his dad at the dealership wants to come down and help you out.
Right?
Can I make a bounty hunter named Brobafett?
No.
Whoa.
Please?
I mean, if we play Star Wars at some time, sure.
Brobafett.
Solid.
But yes, you begin to part the sea of same faces looking back upon you, and they all kind of... what do
Which
the rest of
one
you guys
stands
do?
firm as the judge looks?
So you have that funny sight that
Yeah.
that sees through all eyes, and you will notice that there is not so much a singular like physical thing, but you will notice that there is like an ideal that kind of bounces between the husks that are around you.
Because they definitely believe it, just because it's not correct, but they definitely still believe it.
Right. As I look with my seeing eyes, which one is not hissing and turning away? Like, which one stands firm, quote?
So it is kind of like in the back, not exactly in the... Because the turn on dead isn't going to cover the whole room, but he is
Right.
proudly proclaiming the God King's thing and walking forward. But you can see him. There's just some zombies that are in between you and it.
You, as he turns and points the gavel at Bernaxus, stand guilty of evading justice, of which there is only one. Fucking words escape me. There is only one sentence, and that is death.
Yes.
I imagine
You are guilty.
Camp.
And the judge has made his sentence and will allow anybody else to take an action before the Law and Order gavel gets going.
Not until Mars.
Can I take my very tiny cigarette holder from earlier that has kind of a pointy tip and start trying to slice my ropes from behind?
I love it. If you want to go ahead and roll Defy Danger plus either intelligence for quick thinking or dexterity for manipulating the cigarette thingy.
Okay, so what attribute do I roll
Your
with
choice.
this? Hold on, Ridley Dungeon World. Hold on.
You got it, or you need the link again.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to get in there as quick
There
as
you go.
possible. Okay, and that's roll 2d6, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, sorry, give me one more second here. Or not. Okay, I'm going to use dexterity because reasons.
Because it's more dices.
I like
Yes. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Yeah!
No whammy.
So you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. So, good news, you're going to be able to start cutting your bonds. But the bad news is somewhere, somehow, the ritual had to convert you into a Bernaxus has started. And they kind of drape one of their hoods over the back of your head, and you can feel the idea of becoming the same. Everyone is equal.
Well, in
kind
that
of-
case, I'm going to hopefully start double downing on my slicing of my ropes before this really becomes a problem.
Sure. Black Rat, you very clearly see this, as does Tomar. The judge and Tiggles seem to be single-minded at the moment.
Oh yes, quite.
Yes, indeed.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I have to keep this action going on for the turn undead. If I make any type of other action here, it looks like it would turn off the symbol, and all the Bernaxus bros that I have fleeing would break the effects.
So Tamar is going. Is there a clear way to get to? Is there a clear way to get to Johann von Lavenstein?
Yeah, you can.
Because I'm thinking about defying danger of powering right through it.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, going to do that.
Can I see like who draped this
I
thing
got a 9.
of him, or
So
is it more of a?
it's one of the hordes of Bernaxus. With a 9 on your defy danger, there's a couple of people that are grasping claws at you. I'll give you the choice of, is it you or Toasty that kind of get that through?
Toasty gets through.
Okay, so you are kind of grabbed and held back as the dog slips through. I'm sorry, not the dog, the wolf.
I'm still undetected, right?
For the moment.
Good. I also want to make my way over there again, being quiet about it. You know, we have a guy blundering through. You know, he gets the attention. So yeah, Blackroot will just try to go over and just can sneakily slip a knife between the bonds and just cut them and just leave again.
Sure. Do you want to roll me plus your dexterity to become
Sure.
hidden again? Can offer you. So I'll give you the option of either being unable to completely free him, or to expose yourself to potentially becoming a Pernaxis.
Uh, no. Yeah, no. I just slightly cut them, making it easier for himself, not from and then slip away again.
Sure. Johann von Lavenstein, you feel that there is a little bit of looseness around your other hand.
Okay, is that enough to get me free?
I tell you what, why don't you roll me a you're a fighter, right? You have that Ben Bars lift greats attempt to destroy things with raw physical strength.
Yes, sir.
You may go ahead and
Roll some strength.
yeah. As my cat climbs up the back of the couch.
God! 9!
So on a 7 to 9, you choose 2. It doesn't take a long time. Nothing of value is damaged. It doesn't make it an inordinate amount of noise. You can fix the thing again without a lot of effort.
When it what?
I shall perform the ancient rite of copy and paste.
Okay. It doesn't take a long time.
Okay, you get 2.
It doesn't make much noise.
It doesn't make much noise.
Okay. So you rend with the ropes with raw physical might as you flex your muscles. And it doesn't make a lot of noise because there's a loud cacophony of various, let's just be honest, political debates going on.
I take this extra moment to put my cigarette holder back in my mouth and put my last cigarette, which is all broken and whatnot, into the cigarette holder before. Do I have my sword on me?
No. Tomar, you can see, has your sword, and he is surrounded by Bernaxes.
Mm-hmm.
I attempt to make eye contact with him, give him like the come here, like throw me my sword action.
There's a yelp of acknowledgement as I nearly got clawed again in the back.
Do you wish to hurl your sword?
I would like to hurl the sword at him. Yes.
Sure.
So 2d6.
Yep. Plus your dexterity, as though it were a volley, and we'll see what happens.
7. So I probably would say hurl it at him.
So we're gonna ignore the actual volley things that it says here because they don't exactly take precedence here.
If anything, it would probably be like a defy danger.
Something, but dexterity was nice and linked to dexterity, so that's kind of what we went with there.
Thumbs up.
So, Johan, you see your ancient family sword flying through the air, and you think for a moment, there it is, and then, well, it falls a little short, surrounded by Bernaxes.
Falcon punch.
Sure, go ahead and roll plus your strength, as we make up for lost time with you not being...
Yes!
So, you may go ahead and roll your d10 for your strength.
Man, I'm just... Everything's coming up laughing right now.
Something like that. So, good news. You have knocked yourself free of the immediate Bernaxes. However, as you are exposed to an attack, you feel a part of your mind slipping away. One of those things is like, oh no, have they gotten in? And you can take, let's say 5 points of psychic damage as the will of the Bernaxes kind of begins to seep into your head.
I say, Bernaxes, my only weakness.
What are the rest of you guys doing? I know that the judge is making a beeline for the...
Yes. Just let me know when you would like for me to make the donk donk sound.
You may apply law and or order.
In whatever order you want.
Didn't we actually do that with him? Doesn't he actually have like law and order written inside Old English script on his forearms?
It sounds about right. I mean,
I thought it was on his fists.
No, his biceps.
His biceps. It's on the biceps, you see.
Oh,
Law
that's
on the
right.
left,
That's right.
order on the right.
so you flex them and you go bonk bonk.
Yep.
And there's the law for sure.
Oh, god damn it.
You want to roll that beautiful bean footage?
Oh, yes.
That giant pile of dice. Yeah,
Yes.
there it is. Wow.
Wow. With a 3D1s going 1.
That's
That's a
That
lot of.
sucks.
How do you get all that damage?
because he's going to expose himself to an attack.
Yes. I'm exposing myself to attack, and
He has this
I've
goofy
declared... Yeah, I've got Exterminatus and Smite.
which basically says, choose one thing, ruin its day. So, good news. You are, you smite the husk of the one that you can see Bernaxes is in, and it goes down quite expertly with a shockwave that seems to take several others with it, as in the eyes of Bernaxus, all are equal. However, you feel an odd feeling come over you, and whispers of equality and such find their way into your ears and begin to come from inside your head. You may also take 5 points of psychic damage, and it feels as though something else is occupying your flesh.
Oh, this will not do.
Not do whatsoever. Do I see him in distress?
Is he in distress?
Not yet, because he has now shockwaved a bunch of things and is currently motionless for the time being. As the dust is settling.
The dramatic superhero-ness. One does not merely lift the gavel of justice so quickly. What do the rest of you guys want to do?
Now that we are talking, Guy is free, and they are still, occupying the rest of the people around. I want to take another look around while I make my way over where the judge is.
Sure. Are you looking for more information, or?
Yes, mostly more information, and
possible
possible valuables.
Yeah, sounds like you're trying to discern realities. You may go ahead and throw that.
Yeah. Would this be criminal?
Probably not. This is more of a religious situation.
Okay. 8.
So you may ask a singular question from the list.
Uh, what here is not what it appears to be.
So you have not really seen but once the judge swing the gavel of righteousness. However, this time it seems as though when it has hit the ground, it knocked all of the Bernaxuses back. But there was an odd after image that seemed to settle over top of him. Not sure what you're going to do with said information.
Me neither yet, but I'll let you know. One thing, would I have seen it being triggered by the motion of his attack, or just him, just attacking?
Hammer come down, destruction of things, humanoid after image, and then it just kind of floats over and lays atop him.
Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah, I get it. And then I want to sneak my way over, trying to get, the back of Benaxi and the rest of his.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Then I want to sneak my way over, again, being hidden or staying hidden.
Sure. You're gonna slink around the room.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you wishing to do?
I wish to move forward and basically try to topple over the large religious symbol he had everyone tied to.
Okay. You're easily able to continue your turning of the undead as you approach the dais.
Yes.
And you are up there, and there are several Baraxises that got away from you.
I would like to push it over down the steps, shattering it.
Sure. Do me a favor and roll plus your strength, and we'll see how much of an effort this takes out of you.
9.
So with a 9, you're able to get it kind of a pushing, but as you do, you will notice that the judge kind of gets up from his stance and turns eyes upon you. And Judge, he's something about what he's doing is just wrong. What would you like to do? Perhaps the mute button.
No, the judge is going to discern realities.
Sure. He's going to try and turn his gaze inward.
Yes, because never before has the judge felt wrongly about somebody doing something like this, as the lich is obviously praying to profane deities.
Oh!
Well, the
Holy
other option I
balls.
was going to ask is if you would like to try and defy danger through mental fortitude.
Well, I was trying to do one or the other, but I didn't want to go straight for the I expel it because I am the judge. But, you know.
I mean, you're pretty close to that as is.
Right?
But yeah, no, we can do it either way. It's kind of up to you.
So I will go ahead and do the defy danger, since it was going to lead to that anyways.
Yep. So you
And the judge looks inward and senses the
presence.
attempt to reach its slimy tendrils into his mind and corrupt his thoughts and his visions upon justice and understanding of what order is. And the judge expels mentally the interloper and stands resolute, redoubled in his understanding and his declaration that this Lich Bernaxus is nothing but a liar, a deceiver, and a manipulator.
And you will feel a welcome emptiness as you will feel like you're the only one in your skin again.
That's a wonderful feeling.
That is
Yeah,
a great film.
I imagine it would be. You guys will see a ghostly image kind of push its way out of the body of the judge, and it almost giving it like a longing lover's caress as it goes away and float into the air. What do the rest of you guys want to do?
So tomorrow's still being manhandled by a whole bunch of people. He's going to start doing the Star Wars kid flailing thing and get these people away from him.
I love every aspect of it.
I
What
hope
would
my
you
dog will
like
help.
to roll to
Hoping
make
my
that
dog
happen?
will help. Powering through.
Sure, go ahead and do it.
Mhm.
If your dog is helping, you may acquire.
I think it's ferocity that actually helps it. So, bam! I have an 8. God damn it. So,
you are able to kind of kick yourself free, but they have pulled something of yours from you and are taking it into their clutches.
oh.
What have they taken from you?
Let me look at my sheet real quick and let me do a roll.
Your sense of entrepreneurship.
Your dignity.
Oh my god.
mean,
So I have either arrows, bow, some part of my adventure gear, or rations. So I'm gonna just do a one.
It could be a number of things. I feel like
Mhm.
it could, potentially be your bow, or it could potentially be your a random use of your adventuring gear that's dragged off to be made equal.
Yes, so take one of those.
All right, so if you want to just go ahead and mark off a use of your adventuring gear as your pack is kind of spilled open and your things go scattering across the ground.
It's like one of the things he's picking up and is like, "My precious, the precious should be given to the rest of the group. They shall need it for their progressiveness." And the dog is like, Victor the wolf is kind of around, just being as ferocious as it can, trying to keep the rest of them away.
So, what do the rest of you guys want to do?
I'm sure Johan has something up his sleeve because he always does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. God, I wish I'd taken more points in dexterity. I would make like the perfect dartboard right of that guy's face with my cigarette holder. My dexterity's pretty low. How close am I to that sword?
You can be pretty close because you definitely punched and clawed your way through the hordes.
Okay, and how many paces am I away from Big Bad?
He's kind of floating in the air at the moment.
How high in the air?
High enough that you could perhaps jump and grab him.
Could I waffle grab him?
What is waffle grabbing?
I don't know.
Got the bill hook on the sword, so.
I do have a big hook on my sword. I forgot about that. Yeah, if I could grab my sword and make like the Matthew McConaughey in Reign of Fire, you know?
Matthew.
What a random reference.
He had an
Still
axe.
McConaughey?
There is nothing random about a Rain of Fire reference, sir. I will have you know.
Oh,
Hell,
you got
it is.
you got those are call outs specifically.
Yeah.
So, what did he do in this movie?
He jumps off of like an electrical tower type deal, screaming at a dragon, swinging a sword, and just lands right in its mouth.
And goes to town, yes.
You may go ahead and attempt to do that, sir, if you wish to roll plus your strength.
Okay. That is exactly what I will do then. Yeah, I'm just trying to make the jumping hooky stab type deal and hopefully use my body weight to get him down to the ground. And you have to click in the box before you start typing.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9.
So good
Hey.
news. You may go ahead and roll your damage.
Solid.
I mean, not exactly the.
It's a number.
But
The
did I
best.
hook him?
So yes and no. You have hooked him, and as you fall to the ground, and it's slightly slower than one would just from jumping. He will come down with you, and then he'll keep coming. He'll actually end up face to face with you, and then reach forward, and you'll hear terms of equality once again come across your mind. You can go ahead and take 5 points of brain damage.
Okay.
Brain damage.
Ooh, that's getting me. I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close here.
What do the rest of you guys want to do?
Planaxos, you are only right in one thing. You are all equal in the eyes of the law.
That's nice.
You'll
I
see
like that.
Johan's face kind of turn to you and give you a look of like, he gets it.
He does get it.
Actually, now that Black Rat was like completely gone, it's like I believe he's now trying to do something. And am I like close, or are the two of them, isolated? Is it like clearing, or are the
There
other
is a
some
convenient boss
Oh,
arena
jeez.
in the area.
Okay,
Wow.
yeah. As the judge runs out, Black Rat will also jump out of all of the lies that covered him, and just jump out 2 daggers out and just jam them at the at Braxis.
Yes.
Braxis is currently within the body of Johan.
I have no problem stabbing him, so
Sure. You may go ahead and roll your stabification.
If I may interject, not to step on your toes, GM, but I had intended to make the I am the law roll.
Okay. I saw it there, but Gwen was talking, so I was like,
Yeah,
all right, I'm gonna
it
see.
happened when he was talking, and the attempt was to make Bernaxus in his true form attack me.
In his true form, you say?
Yes.
Okay. So
Solid.
Johann will kind of
Convulse.
look at you with the like, so be it. And the ghostly image will kind of begin to rise and become larger. You will see the various Bernaxus zombie minions kind of like tumbling across the floor towards it, although there was a giant zombie magnet. Black
Oh boy.
Rat, do you seeing this happening? Do you pull back on your stabification of Johann?
I adjust
Hey,
my
stick with
timing.
it. It's okay.
No, I adjust my timing to
So, do
Yeah.
what?
once he's out, I assume to then stab.
Sure. Go ahead and roll plus your dexterity, and we'll see if you adjust in time.
Fuck.
So, good news. I was looking for a 6 for you to stab Johann. Bad news. You have stabbed into the forming mass of Baraxis, and it is growing larger and larger and taking you with it. And you feel
One thing, since it's
Yeah.
a backstab, I can choose one, and
Oh,
I
it was
choose
a
to
backstab,
not get
not an
into
actual attack.
melee. Yeah, no, it was a backstab.
Okay.
When you attack, it was you don't get into melee, so I just stab and realize, oh shit, and just like kick off again as soon as possible.
Sure. Meanwhile, there is a well, let's go with like 50-foot tall zombie monster in the room, because that's how many states there are.
That is true.
Oh man, the wall just got 10 feet higher.
If we just
Yeah.
went by how many states he'd won, he's only like 4 foot tall.
Damn. But what do you guys want to do? There is a large zombie monster in here that is stomping around and yells out for equality as he is huge.
I want to remove the head of the God King from my staff and then chuck it at his skull.
Okay, you may go ahead and roll your volley, and we'll see what the
What uses volley?
dexterity.
All right.
Oh joy.
4.
Good
Gross.
news. You get
Yes.
XP.
Nice.
So you throw the head of the God King at Baraxis, and he merely turns around and kind of catches it within his hand. And he, thumb and like when you do that thing where you're crushing somebody's head.
Yes.
Yeah, he crushes the head.
Oh no! I scream at him in rage and despair.
The judge has made sentence.
The
Shall
Baraxis
carry out
turns
the
around
execution.
and begins to stomp forward towards you as you come up to lay upon the smite.
As the mass of zombies steps forward with its one hand outreached to try and grasp the judge leaps forward, resplendent in all of his glory, cape flowing behind him as he goes to strike true right in the chest. So you get that perfect picture of the small man striking the colossal thing. A perfect metaphor, I would say. Oh yes.
The lone man after massive bureaucracy.
Yay. Wow.
I mean, I guess if you're gonna do anything correctly, it might as well be smite.
Yes, you got to be good at one thing. I have decided that one thing is going to be smiting.
Smiting the enemy with everything out there.
Oh God!
You shall die, the whole area pink.
as I do 18 damage and do not open myself up to being attacked by this colossal.
Are you
thing.
sure? I mean, I had an idea for what was going to happen, but that's fine.
Is it 3d6 or 3d4?
It's 3d4. I misrolled that. My mistake. I am sorry. Thank you for catching that.
You're a savage cheater. Damn it.
Hey,
High five. There we go.
Jesus. As the judge
No, not Jesus.
leaps forward and
law.
strikes true in the chest, and the ring of law and order and the cacophony of disorder and chaos strike true, and there is a small explosion as the two sides and are thrown back away from each other.
Can I
The
get
colossal blast splaying away all the dust and debris and leaving them upon an arena of, it looks almost like a courtroom.
Can I get the judge to play some baseball, man? I think he can hit it out of the park every time.
Right?
Yep, and that's what the judge does, and that's what you all see.
Yeah, no, that's some bad times for Baraxis, the equal.
Burn Axis.
Burn
the
Axis,
equalizer.
sorry. I apologize to everyone.
Burnaxis, the equalizer. There we go. We're just getting more.
Yeah, no.
I love Dungeon World games. They're great.
A huge chunk of zombies are crushed underneath your weight, and you will notice that the body seems to not like slowly, but visibly begins to reform as zombie arms grab onto other zombie arms within this mass. The whole thing now looks thinner and weaker.
It's a hive mind.
Hive minds are the most equal. Did you not know that?
That is true. Now I have a question for you. In this massive, crazy attack, did this create any type of debris or rubble in the enclosed area that we're in?
Probably.
It is now around the edges. Yeah.
Probably did that thing where it took a step back and like kicked up a whole bunch of like just ground and dirt up behind its legs.
Mm-hmm. I want to walk towards, I guess, a pile of some of the kicked up earth, and I want to pray, and I want to try to commune with my God to see if I can get some sort of divine intervention to wall off this massive creature.
Oh God! So you may go ahead and roll your thing.
What would you like for that?
Was there actually a thing to commune with your God, or is that just something that you can do?
It's just the thing I can do. It's not like a roll for it.
I tell you what, let's roll plus your wisdom, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I feel like wisdom is godly.
8.
So with an 8, well, it's not a failure. That's good, right?
Uh-huh. But
so you'll channel the power of your God, and everybody's going to kind of see a golden after image of him behind you as he
so glorious.
as you feel him empowering you, and some of this rubble will slowly begin to rise higher and higher, and become more of like a domed thing, kind of encapsulating the leg of Bernaxis the Equal. What are you intending to try and do?
Trying to wall him off, seal his evil in this cave of lies.
Okay. So then you don't want to do damage. You just want to kind of hamper him a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So his foot becomes stuck underneath the. You can actually see a little, like, seam of gold through this rock that has grown up around his foot. And he seems unable to wrench his leg free. However, he has turned his gaze upon you, and
I welcome his gaze.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because you will hear the whispers of equality come through your mind as you take a couple of points of psychic damage to the tone of 5.
5, okay. Oof. He's slowly driving me insane.
He's slowly driving you equal.
Ugh.
Even worse, right?
Right?
So, who's next? Who has something else insane they want to try and do?
I think Johan's got something.
Mm-hmm.
Or Tomar, at least. Come on, guys.
Okay. Tomar.
I'm waiting for John to do the next thing that we're going to be making jokes about for a month.
I think he's cooking it up. Either that or disconnected.
He's still there.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, sorry. I had to get up and futz with something. Sorry, what did you say?
We were just anticipating you doing something ridiculous.
Okay, well, am I stuck under... Because last time I checked, I was on the ground, and now, I'm sort of coming out of it. How out of it am I?
You are completely in the game.
Okay, so I assume because I was underneath this thing right as it started to form, and it does have legs, yes?
Yep, it's got 2 of them.
Okay, and I'm assuming because it formed right above me, I'm like right in between his legs?
Yep.
Okay, and my sword is shaped like a hook, as we've established.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy, this is going
Okay.
to be good.
I'm loving where
gonna-
this is going.
I'm not.
Yep.
They pitch the ball in cricket? Like they swing it around a couple times before they let it loose?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I kind of do that, but from the front side all the way across the taint to the back.
So are you swinging for the switches?
I am indeed.
You may go ahead and roll plus your strength for your hack and slash.
Okay. Hopefully his cup will runneth over.
This kind of reminds me of the Three Ninja montage. Is sitting there trying to hit the important parts. You see the clown face light up every time.
All right, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. 9!
God,
Yeah.
you are consistent, my friend.
So,
9!
good news. You may roll your damage.
Okay.
Six is a solid number of damages. The bad news is that when you pull down upon your hooked sword in a very uncomfortable place, you will pull down. It's almost as if it has sprung a leak of zombies, as zombies fall out on top of you, and they continue to bite and whisper equality at you. You may take 5 damage that is modified by your armor.
Okay, and that puts me out.
How many HPs do you have?
I only have 13, I believe.
What's your
Yeah.
constitution?
My constitution is +1, so it's at 13.
No, your HPs are actually plus your full constitution number.
So it's 10 plus 13.
Yeah, so 23.
Okay, no, I'm still in the game. I'm still in the
And
game.
in this case, you have your armor would modulate that damage, as it is
Would be-
like
okay.
biting and clawing, less monster trying to brainwash you.
Well, okay then. I'm gonna be. I'm assuming all of these zombies are falling on top of me.
Yeah, it's kind of like massive zombies knocked to the ground.
As one tries to bite me, I punch through its mouth, through the back of its neck, and I scream, "Choke on it!"
Okay. What's everybody else up to? Tiggles, you can see your strange friend who is almost equal seems to be struggling.
Oh, I need to. I would like to try to attack some of the Burninites that are on top of my friend here.
Sure.
So I make an attack roll, I guess.
Yeah, unless you have a spell or something you want to cast.
I have a spell. Nothing that could do anything damage to him. Nope. All right, so I'm gonna make a melee attack. It's strength, right? Hack and slash.
Yep.
All right. 9.
So, you may go ahead and roll your damage, which I believe for a cleric is either a d6 or a d8.
I want to say it's D8. Double check.
Your damage is a d6.
Dang, a D6.
Yeah. You do not swing the mighty damages.
I do not swing the mighty damages. All right, so 1d6 minus 0. 1. Bonk.
Johann, you feel the pile upon you lighten, because Tiggles is now also kind of covered, as he did not realize that more zombies are still pouring out of the Bernaxus the Equal. Siggles, you may go ahead and take 5 damage modified by your armor.
Oh, god damn it.
And you are similarly within a pile of a zombie cuddle puddle.
I start with
It's a cuddle with a struggle.
Right?
I think I'm dead, right? Let me see if I can hit
What's your Constitution attribute?
8 plus Constitution. My Constitution's +0.
Okay, what's the number of your Constitution?
11.
Okay, so you have 19 HPs.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was I thought it was just the modifier.
No. It's the straight up the number.
Oh, that's even better. Then all right, then I'm extra.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I get infinite. hit points.
Tomar, Black Rat, because I know what the judge is going to do.
Well,
Yeah.
Tamar's going to join the judge.
Yeah, Black Rat
And-
will try to climb
Sure.
this thing. Voltron knockoff, so...
You may go ahead and do you have something you're going to do after climbing it, or are you just
I was gonna try and, try a backstab again, so...
sure? Just go ahead and roll your backstab.
Okay.
He's going to people's drop him.
7. I get 1.
Okay.
I can climb it, but... I get up, but they don't attack me while I'm doing this.
Okay, and you still get your damage, right?
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot. D8, I believe. So... I don't have cheap shot, which is a shame. So yeah, just a D8 then. I mean,
Nicely
8.
done. And you have you chose what as your option for backstabbing?
You don't get into melee with them. So I stab and then just immediately drop off again.
Well, I'll give you the option to either drop off, or it'll just do that thing where you're in that position where you can't quite reach that itch on your back to scratch, and it's like.
Oh. Oh yeah, no. Then I'm up there as one dagger in, or actually one short sword in, and just riding the wave out.
Sure. Tomar, you notice that Bernaxus is having problems moving. One foot is restrained by the golden will of the God King. Its arms are flailing about wildly, trying to get at Black Rat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have something you want to do in this situation?
Yeah, I think both me and Toasty are going to keep him down, so we can let the judge take the mighty swing of doom, and we're going to hold them. We're going to hold them. So, I think there's a thing called aid or interfere.
There is indeed, and it gives plus to the other person's roll per. Depending upon how it turns out.
Yep, I'm going to do that.
Plus your bond with the judge.
I think it's a +1. So
Correct, yes.
12.
Uh-oh. Nicely done. So, Herr Judge, you will receive an additional +1 on the. How do you assist him?
So I start, as soon as I get the rest of the people and the rest of my gear has been gathered and latched on my back, I turn around and see the flailing of the Bernaxus with the rest of the group, him trying to get that scratch on his back. It's like, ah! I take one good look at Toasty. Toasty does he. Head turn, nods in agreement. Both of us start barreling at Bernaxus. Toasty gets up a little bit forward and actually starts biting him where the knee, where the back. You know where the back of the knee is at?
Yeah.
He bites that area.
So like on the non-restrained leg to drop him to a knee.
Yes, and then the next thing that happens, you just see Tamar stick that same, let's just say instead of actually trying to stab in the thigh like he originally went to, he missed, but he got him where the cloak and stab into the ground, so it's actually hard for him to move.
Okay. Who wants to take this shot? Because I think I know the answer.
I believe the judge has
Has a sentence to proclaim.
He does have a sentence to carry out, and it's going to be something.
Your opponent is one leg kind of twisted and stuck in the dirt. The other leg is got your associates kind of knocking him prone. He seems to have fallen forward onto his other knee. One hand is on the ground, head kind of hung. He's reaching back behind him, trying to get at the little guy that's stabbing him.
And
Holy balls!
Yeah, no, that's a big number.
Wow.
The
The
dice
judge-
want to tell the story.
they really do. The judge
he's
swings
got,
back
like,
his hammer.
+1 from his
Yeah,
his I am the
I've got a
law.
total of +3 right now because of all the fun stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
And
He's not going to fail.
the judge swings back his hammer and jumps into the air. His gear turns silver and shines bright, spraying the light of the law all over the weakened, quivering masses. And as the beast's head turns up to look at this thing that is shining down upon it so viciously, the blow comes down, catching right where shoulder touches neck, and the smite does the smitey thing as I roll the damage.
Big money. All
No
ones.
whammies.
Ooga shaga, ooga, ooga. No.
I see that D6 in there. Does that D6
Yes.
mean that you're exposing yourself?
Oh yes, he is. As he does 21 more damage to Bernaxis, the Equalizer.
So, a cry of triumph kind of comes across the room as you crash into the head of Bernaxis, and zombie equal parts go flying in all directions with the symmetry. Yeah, no, it is a thing of beauty until you realize that the shockwave is coming right at you and kind of impacts you and begins to throw you backwards through the air. And looking around, it's not going to be a very pleasant landing. There's rubble and various other aspects of the battleground, as it were. And you will just go simply flying backwards and then take another, let's go with 5 damage, because 5's a good number.
5 is a nice number. It's a nice small number. I like 5. That's a good number.
While it is
Nice
a nice small number,
round
it is
number.
it is like 20% of most of your guys' HPs, so
Right.
it sounds small,
And-
but in reality,
Yeah. As the judge flies back and smacks against the wall, his armor no longer shining silver and resplendent.
and that sounds like an interesting place to call it for the night. That and I have to get to work in 5 hours.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
No,
You should just-
not-
Cancel and come catch Pokemon with us tomorrow.
perhaps. So, we come to the end of session stuff. First and foremost, has anyone here completed their alignment?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Then you may all who do so go ahead and mark XPs. As I try to find the book to find. I have the physical book right here, with perhaps a no. That's not a page marker. I'm gonna make it a page marker this time, though. Don't worry. Do any of you feel as though your bonds have changed your relationship with another character, or that you would like to create a bond?
I really appreciated the judge standing up for the individual right of a person to better themselves.
Does the judge have similar feelings of a fellow righteous?
Yes. I would agree with Tiggles, and similarly, I appreciate his willingness to stand firm with his beliefs and all of their good things therein.
So it sounds like a mutual respect, or
Yes, I
Yeah,
would say
mutual
mutual respect.
all right. So you guys can go ahead and mark that down. So, anyone else have any other bonds that they feel may have changed or would like to write?
I feel that
Um,
my bond with Skype is not as strong as it was when we first started the session.
I feel like that is true.
But that is an eternal truth, so.
Yeah, no, I don't think that one counts.
I feel like Skype and I are no longer on speaking terms.
Are you gonna swipe left on Skype?
If it was possible.
But if nobody else has any other bonds, or if
Uh,
there's some bonds they wish to write,
I think of one. Who again played the defendant? Sorry, I lost you in the sea of different voices. Yeah,
uh,
I believe
the one
Johan
that was defending you was Johann
Yeah.
von Lavenstein.
Johan.
Johan von Levinstein. Okay. Oh God, how do I? Oh, hmm. Johann von Levenstein shares my God. God damn it, it's hard. Continue. I get it.
You'll
I
come
get
up
it
with
out
the
at some
words.
point. Yeah.
I agree.
Yes.
hmm
We can move on from that for a minute and
Yeah.
come up to the end of session questions if nobody else has any under bonds they want to update. The first question is, did we learn something new and important about the world?
yes.
Yes, we
Did
learned
we
a
learn-
whole lot about the world's
Political
religious
standing.
and deific standings in the different religions and how they play.
Yeah, and how they they go against each other and eternal
Yeah,
warfare.
Sounds like everybody gets to mark XPs for that one.
Yes.
One man's lich is another man's deity. That's just how it is.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Yes.
I think so.
Bernaxus,
say
the
two.
equalizer, yes. Oh, 2.
What about that waffle crapper?
It's lying, dying on the floor next to us while we fight a lich, a zombie lich Jäger.
So it's one of those things. It's like, if you guys feel like you could mark 2 XPs for that, you could mark 2 XPs for that. But typically, it's only supposed to be 1.
Okay.
Okay. Although, to be fair, one kind of did lead into the other.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the third question is, did we loot a memorable treasure?
I don't think we
remember-
looted anything, no.
Not yet. No.
I mean, we looted the statue.
Yeah, but it got
Pickles
crushed.
looted the head.
It got
Yeah,
crushed though.
but
Yeah,
you
it
looted
got-
it. That's the important part. You got it. For at least a moment. You
I
held
don't-
the
I don't
light of
think
your
we got
god.
that one.
It is up to you guys. I am not here to judge, even though I may judge.
But I am the judge.
Oh, okay.
I see what you
I'm
did
on the
there.
fence. I'm
It
on the
is-
fence.
Let me put it this way: is anybody in the one away from leveling?
1, 2. So how you actually level? Is it you have to get the 10 XP to level?
3 plus, or I think it's
2
your-
plus subtract your current level
your
plus
current level plus
7.
7.
Current level plus 7. I have 6 XP.
So no, because you are level 2, so you need.
I have
I-
6 XP, and I just got 5 for this game. So
Oh, so you have leveled.
yeah, I'll do that later. Will just remind me to level up later.
I make no promises of reminding anybody about anything involving this.
I can level, which is pretty good, and I will probably do it.
Go for it.
Yeah, so he's now level
Hooray,
3.
so we get a +1.
Mhm.
Yay. Where to put it? I think
I
I
don't
put
know,
my
but-
1 in wisdom. Actually, yeah, in wisdom, so I get a +1 in that actually.
But you can make that decision on your own because
Yeah,
it is
I
time
will.
for me to go to mostly bed. I want
And
to thank our. Oh, go ahead, John.
sorry, I was just gonna say, Pulse, can you please make sure to kick me off of those Skype groups?
I have kicked you off of the Skype groups,
There's-
but they'll still show up on your side. If you right-click, it should be either hide this conversation. Yeah, hide this conversation.
Hide or delete logs, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, I
The
will.
very
attempt to
bottom
do that
is going to be
once we're
hide
done.
conversation. Yeah. Right-clicking hide conversation will get rid of it from your view, and you won't have to worry about it.
Okay, that's good. So,
Yeah.
Running like a Pentium D or something like that, man. I wonder how bad.
It's not that his computer is bad. It's just that from what if memory serves he's got. It's just that his processor is. It's on a lower tier than what most of us are running, and that's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And because the rest of his computer is good, but the processor is kind of not as great.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to
it's
the-
bottlenecking. Yeah.
The 200-person Skype chat, not much can stand in the way of that.
Yeah.
You need an 8-core processor like most of us have for insanity like that. Like I was watching my processor spikes when I opened up OOC just to test it just now, and it went from 2, 5, 10% utilization to 80, 70, 80, 70, 99, 80, 70, 80, 90.
Yes. Skype is a bitch. If you
Yeah.
let it chat to run for too long without checking it, oh boy.
It eats your fucking CPU like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, on those notes, I would like to thank our guest folks who came on by to be fillers for coming out. Hopefully next week we'll be going. I think Shadowrun.
Next week is ostensibly Shadowrun, and if not, we're doing D&D Souls.
So that is something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And until then, may all of your hits be crits.
I was gonna say it.
Cha-ching.
I'm actually amazed by
You
this
guys
table. We
have
don't
a
have to spend edge.
catchphrase?
Yep, we got a catchphrase and everything, man.
Oh
Something like
man.
that.
That's
Oh boy,
nice.
you are prepared.
Yep.